a moment with nature. A brief time with a mind fascinated by the natural world. A little robin just sitting in a tree in our garden, singing away, declaring its territory. One of the few birds you can hear singing all year round. A crisp, crunchy morning, frosty, with the most amazing electric blue sky, very clear, bright sunlight just beginning to appear over the hill. And I've come to a hazel stump. Now, there are lots of hazel near where I walk, and quite a few of them have been coppiced, that is, cut down nearly to the ground. And when that happens, they simply produce new shoots, and plenty of hazels come up. They almost look like, upside-down jellyfish with lots of tentacles reaching up into the sky rather than hanging down into the water. But this particular one has been cut off, and there's a cut surface of quite a large log, maybe, 20 centimetres by 15, something like that. And on the surface of it, there are lots of tiny little protrusions. They are about 2 centimetres long. They start off black as they emerge from the wood, but then as they reach up, they are clouded in white until they become completely white at the tip. They look not unlike a candle wick that's coated with a faint dust of white ash. And that's why they're called candlewick fungus. And they are one of the fungi that actually break down woods. And they're just beautiful. The white dusting is where they release their spores to go off and spread, which of course is the purpose of all living things, to spread their genes, to make more animals, plants, fungi, bacteria, whatever they might be. Now, you haven't really come across my passion for fungi yet. I absolutely adore them. I find them fascinating. I also, when you find the right ones, find them delicious to eat as well. But fungi are the essential other half of the cycle of life and nutrients in a wood. The trees and the plants, they take sunlight, carbon dioxide and water, and turn it first of all into glucose, and then use that glucose to build themselves up. So they take a gas and sunlight and a little bit of water and make themselves into plants, make tree and plant out of that mix. That traps a lot of carbon. Also, they draw up nutrients because they need other things, little traces of minerals, magnesium, phosphorus, all sorts of bits and pieces. The fungi do the recycling back into the ground, and without fungi, well, the ecosystem just wouldn't work. They are absolutely essential and much underrated, and I certainly will come back to fungi. There's so much we can talk about them, but I just find them beautiful, and this particular tree stump is just pretty, and it looks really nice. And I love to see these little fungi, these little candle-tough fungi sticking their fruiting bodies out and spreading. I don't know if you heard that very faint I'm not doing a good impersonation of it, but that was a long-tailed tit. And I'm literally just standing looking at something, and it came right close up to me, within about 1 metre, and just chirred at me. I hope I got the recording of that, and I hope I'll be able to play it to you in a minute. It's time, I think, to talk ivy berries. I'm looking at an ivy, well, a selection of ivy-covered trees at the side of a path, and the ivy is full of berries. Some of them are green, and some of them are dark purpley black. And Ivy's really, it's got a clever trick up its sleeve. Now, ivy, like all plants, produces flowers that are pollinated, and then its way of distributing seeds is to wrap its seeds in nice juicy berries that the birds will eat and spread elsewhere, and the seeds will come out of the backside of the bird with a nice little bit of fertilizer with it ready to go, and a long way away from its parent. It's a standard trick many plants use. But ivy does something a little bit different. It has flowers in the summer and the berries set, and then in the autumn you see clusters of green berries sitting on the ivy branches, but they just stay sitting. They don't change colour. They don't ripen. They don't actually ripen until the late winter, early spring. And they are one of the very few fruits or berries that actually ripen after the winter rather than in the autumn. And it's a rather neat evolutionary trick if you think about it, because first of all, it's providing lots of food for the birds in the harsh late winter, early springtime. That's not the purpose they're doing it, but they are indirectly providing food. But also, they are making sure that the birds eat lots of their berries and spread lots of their seeds all over the place. It's a classic evolutionary tactic. If you can produce what you want to happen when there's very little other competition, the chances of you succeeding is much higher. And that's exactly what the ivy is doing. And I can see on this bush here that the berries are steadily turning, and fairly soon there will be a feast for hungry early spring birds. Oh, I wish I had a camera rolling just then. A sparrowhawk flew out of the hedge, maybe 5 meters in front of me, flew along the lane, carrying its prey, and then ducked back into the side of the woods. Sparrowhawks are brilliant. There's quite a few of them around, and they do this amazing jinking, diving flight. They've actually got quite short wings relatively, and are highly maneuverable, have got a big long tail, and they are evolved to hunt in woodland where they duck and dive and weave in and out of the trees chasing their prey. And you do see them sometimes, particularly when you're driving around narrow country lanes that are built up on each side. You'll see them come flying down into the lane, and they will fly in front of the car, bobbing low backwards and forwards, and then up and over the hedge and away again. But that's happened to me on quite a few occasions, and you know, for 4, 5, 6 seconds you're driving 30-35 miles an hour with this amazing bird of prey flying as fast, if not faster than you in front, just jinking and diving and showing off its aerobatic skills. That was really quite a spot, actually. I'm really excited by that. It's only the 19th of January, but it's really busy. There's lots of things going on. The idea that we're in the winter where nothing happens, well, I found a lot today. The music was Nature Watch by Oleski, downloaded from Pixabay. The graphics were done by Dillis, and everything else was done by me, Toby Murcott.